Hey everyone, Maestro here. I am the football enthusiast. Hope you are all doing well. Alright, so in today's video, we are continuing with the transfer market, talking about transfer activity, as that's pretty much what we can talk about with it being the off season. So today's topic is Mason Mount. That is seemingly the biggest topic in the Premier League transfer market right now. Chelsea player, as I'm sure you're aware, heavily linked with Manchester United. It's been going on for kind of like 2-3 weeks now, maybe even longer. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, it's been going on for a while, and I want to now give my thoughts on it. I want to talk about if I think, let's say he was to go to United, is this a good deal? How could he fit into the United side? Would he even go into the side, or is he a bench player? And also give my thoughts on the whole, the business side of it. We speak about the football side of it, but also the business, the money side of it. Will it happen? What issues could come up? So firstly, do I like this transfer for Manchester United? If I'm a fan of United, will I want this to happen? You know what? I'm not crazy about it, but I think it's okay. as generic as I can be. Look, I do think there's a possibility that it could work. Now, how? Well, let's firstly look at United and their average lineup of last season. The main important part being the midfield: Casemiro, Eriksen, Fernandes. That trio. Now, that trio isn't going anywhere. They're still here. Where does Mason Mount go? Well, at first, Mason Mount is, if anything, if you had to give him one position, it's a cam. It's where Bruno plays for United. That's where he plays his best. That's where he wants to play himself. But he does and can fit into that central midfield role. Not the central defense midfield role, but the Eriksen role. I think you can take Eriksen out and just fit Mason Mount right in there. Now, I do think there is a curve to get over because, like I said before, I think he is mainly an attacking midfielder. I think a number 10 role is what he wants, and he's not going to get that. Simply put, Bruno has been far too good for United in his recent years. Mount is not on Bruno's level when it comes to that, so he's not going to take that role. Most likely, Eriksen will step aside for Mount. That's what I think, how it could work, and how I think Ten Hag will play it. Now, concerns about Mount. Yes, look, it is somewhat similar to the Havertz transfer to Arsenal. Havertz to Arsenal has gotten a lot of Chelsea fans scratching their heads as to why Arsenal would want Havertz, and this is somewhat similar. Now, Mount has a lot more credibility than Havertz within the Chelsea camp. I think we can all agree. They've both been pretty bad. Just like in general, Mason Mount has also been bad. He came in as a youngster, and his first year was great. There was a lot of potential for him to thrive and potentially be a player of great quality. Ever since his first year under Lampard, I'd say he's, if anything, gone back from that. He's just not that. People drew comparisons with Saka and Foden, that young England trio. Saka and Foden have gone up and have improved every single year, and they keep going up. Mount has rewinded. He has gone back, if anything, and that is a concern. He has not been good these last 2 seasons. Chelsea have been poor, and he's a huge reason as to why they've been poor. Not the biggest, but he is a factor. If you're a fan of ratings, if you look at 6.7, 6.65 in total, 3 goals, 2 assists in 1,658 minutes. That's not good at all, especially for an attacking midfielder. You expect more in today's game. You expect a lot more from an attacking midfielder like Mason Mount, and a lot more from a player that you want to improve United. United, of course, are on the way up. They have their own project going. Ten Hag just came in, had a good first year, want to improve, want to keep going up. Will Mason Mount improve them? I think there is a possibility, because players playing well, you need to factor in not just how good they are, but the situation they're in. Maybe Mason Mount isn't playing well because he's just in a environment that just doesn't suit him. Maybe that's the thing. Or maybe Ten Hag can be the right manager to take it out of him, to once again go back to those comparisons to Saka and Foden, take him back to those levels. Maybe Ten Hag feels he can do that for Mount the same way Arteta feels he can do that for Havertz. So there is this move is I think it's like, for example, Havertz really gets you confused, but this one not so much. You can see him fitting into the Eriksen role. And maybe if Bruno's injured or wants to rest, which, let's be real, Bruno does not take a lot of days off. He plays a lot of games for United because he has to. If Mount is there, he can take some time off. So there's also that. That is a huge benefit. So from the footballing side, I think it's an okay move. Let's go to the business side of it. Let's go to the financial side of it. So it's currently reported as of today being, what's the date? Let's go real quick. Wait, I completely forgot. The 25th of June. There's been a huge blow in this deal. So United have been pushing for quite a while. They came in just recently with a £55 million offer, which still remains valid, but has been rejected. The offer is still there, but Chelsea essentially are not going for it, it seems. And Ten Hag and United, as you can read here from Fabrizio, reported by Fabrizio, is not willing to offer a penny more. They're not going to overpay. 55 million seems to be it. Maybe they could go up to 60 million, but they're not going, as you can see here, won't make any unrealistic bid, which is actually kind of a good sign for United, because United, if you don't know, have always been this team that have always overpaid, always. And they still could be kind of overpaying 55 million, but at least they're not going bonkers as they usually would have in the past. They're being realistic here and understand that Mason Mount is a good player that they want and see worth in. They're not willing to break the bank for him, and it's not over though. Mount, like you see, Mount's side still believing he'll leave. My guess is that United are waiting for Chelsea to kind of cave and to just accept the £55 million offer, because as you can see in front of you, it is still on the table. And Mason Mount himself is showing a strong desire to join. So financially, and just in terms of the whole the communication between two clubs, it's hit a wall right now, but it could still happen. And let's now talk about the moral side of this transfer. So forget United and Chelsea. Let's talk about Mason Mount and the situation he's in right now, because as we just said, it's 50-50. He could stay, he could not go. He could be not allowed to go to United as they won't accept any bids, and United aren't willing to offer any more money, meaning he'll have to stay at Chelsea. But that causes a dilemma for Mount, and this is where I'm going to come in personally with my personal opinion. I've kind of lost respect for this guy. Look, I'm an Arsenal fan and I still feel bad. He is claiming to be a hardcore Chelsea fan from a young age, which he is. You can see pictures. His family are Chelsea fans through in and out. He is pushing heavily to move to a direct rival of many, many years, which is United, all because Chelsea aren't willing to offer him the money he wants, which the rumors are he wants 250k a week, Mount, and Chelsea aren't willing to offer that, which is perfectly reasonable. Saka just got offered 300k a week, and I'm still worried about that. And that's Saka. Look how great he's been. Rashford could be getting around 375k a week. That actually kind of helps Mount. I just forget that. But look, Saka is getting 300k a week. And as good as he's been, I'm still kind of a bit worried about that deal. So Mount to ask for 250k a week when you've kind of been atrocious these last 2 years. Understand your worth. Now, United are willing. I guess United are saying, well, you are worth that much. We can offer you close to that, more than what you're getting at Chelsea. But I have to say, if you're a Chelsea fan through in, you don't accept that offer. Me personally, I'm an Arsenal fan. If I was earning 80k a week at Arsenal and a second club came in saying, hey, come to us, I'll give you 4 times that, quadruple 80k a week, I'll give you so much money, I'll give you 500k a week, I'll give you more and more, I would deny it straight away, because I am a true Arsenal fan and I don't want to leave the club that I love more than anything and want to play for. This 500k is a lot more, but 80k is also a hell of a lot that will help me support my family for generations and also play for the club that I love and be happy at the club I love. So I have to criticize Mount for this. If he stays at Chelsea, he will get a lot of stick, and rightly so. He's heavily pushing for this move, which is insane. Has he been lying this entire time? Is he truly not a true Chelsea fan? Sometimes you see pictures of young kids in an academy saying, oh, they've always been a Chelsea fan. But no, maybe that's just because the Chelsea academy was the only academy willing to come in for Mount, so he had to go to Chelsea. Maybe, look, he's in a sticky situation, Mount. I've got to say. For his sake, I hope he goes, because I think he's in a pickle at Chelsea. He'll get a lot of stick from the Chelsea fans. He could find a different club, but who's willing to offer? Who in Europe is willing to offer 55 million? You've heard that Bayern Munich could be interested, but will Bayern offer 55 million for Mount? They're kind of a stingy club. I don't think they will. So yeah, my thoughts on the whole thing, just to summarize, I think it's actually somewhat of a good fit for United. It could work, and I think it's an upgrade on Eriksen, and he could still develop to a great player, Mason Mount. But the financial side, it is hit a wall. Do I think it will happen? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say I think it will. I think Chelsea will eventually accept that 55 million and move on. So yeah, that's my thoughts, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please let me know. Let me know what you guys think about Mount and his morals here. Would you ever leave your home club that you love so much for more money? Personally, I wouldn't. You're still making godly amounts of money and you're playing for your club that you love. It makes you happier. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe for more. Have a great day. As always, take care of yourselves.